Many people have travelled around Australia for their family holiday. A lot less have done the trip on a motorcycle. Far less again have taken a motorcycle around to raise money for charities. None that I know have done it towing a boat. Until now. In this journey, we will be catching up with a lot of the lines which we missed out on as a result of the storm. And in order to attend the meetings, sometimes we have to double back a little bit. So, last minute preparations, we're just getting ourselves organised. We'll be leaving tomorrow, and likewise we have to go through all the cameras. Sometimes it amazes me just how much camera gear we've got. Believe it or not, this is the amount of camera gear for one person alone. Yeah, you can basically double that, and then that doesn't include the gear that Marina uses. Part of our last minute preparations requires that we put some of our sponsorship stickers onto the small trailer which we're taking on this particular trip. It's the best we can do for our sponsors. These guys just happened to be riding back to Albany, and we just saw them as we pulled in. So what a stroke of luck. Yeah. But yeah, you're part of a group, aren't you?
Yeah, we caught up with some guys from Umbra, and guys came through for tours, and met up.
Later that day, we arrive in Manjimup as planned to do the grand entrance for the convention. Unfortunately, not everything goes to plan. It turns out that the path leading into it meant we couldn't ride straight into the building as we had done at the Donnybrook Convention, but nonetheless, it was still an awesome occasion.
Do you know Mike? Mike is DG from W1.
We've only travelled 2 hours from Albany, 200 kilometres-ish, to get to Manjimup, and already we've got problems. We replaced the strap, the snap strap that we'd been using to hold the boat on all this time, with number 10 fencing wire. And the idea was that it would be, let's say, less visible than the canvas strap. But on the other hand, though, already 2 hours into the journey, and it's already got a problem. So we've got to fix that. Also, we've blown a fuse. We've isolated the cause of the problem, and so we just a matter of replacing the fuse. But it took a little while to find the fault. Yeah, typical. But at least we are able to fix these problems early. One of the folding trailer ones.
Okay, so I know those two keys work. So what I'll do is I will take one of them off.
And we'll take a spare key to put with my other spare keys.
Well, Glenn will need one on his key ring.
Yeah, so how many keys are there? 4 usually, isn't there?
Yeah. So the one that's individual there, I know fits the locks. I suppose I should make sure the others do too, shouldn't I? Mm-hmm. Before I hand them over.
while you're parked there. You know what I would have done? I would have just turned my wheel.
I'd moved in a fair bit into the
into his
middle of the
way.
road, and there was a bloke behind me, and I had my hazard lights on. And he wasn't getting past me. I think it was. Oh, there it is.
That's beautiful.
He was gorgeous. He was absolutely magnificent. He's pretty old.
Big dog. Yeah, that dog tonight, he used to be twice that size. Well, it's the morning of day 2. We've been sleeping in a Lion's Den hall, and because I'm recovering from recent surgery, I had deliberately intended to stay in bed till the very last minute. I even deliberately encouraged the person who's coming to make us breakfast to come as late as possible, giving us every chance to spend some time in bed. However, Guy decided he didn't want to sleep with the rest of us last night. He slept in a spot where the sun would have been right in his face very early this morning, and as a result he woke us up. So we're not going to get any more sleep now. Nothing we can do about that. But in the meantime, Eric and I are trying to catch whatever moments we can, just staying in bed. But not that we're going to get any more sleep. But as I say, I've had recent surgery, so I'm trying to rest my body as much as possible. Day 2, our repairs are now completed, and we're on our way. We're being seen off by our one-woman cheer squad, who is obviously very enthusiastic. So all we've got to do is get from Manjump to Bridgetown onto Donnybrook, and then we're heading to Wellington Mill.
Yep.
So, yep, first chance we get, you'll take the lead, and we'll continue on as we are.
No worries. I'm actually feeling quite comfortable on the bike this morning.
If you're ready to take the lead, there's plenty of spots here. Maybe after the next crest.
I'm closing up on you now so that when the opportunity arises, which it should do after this corner,
because it's the gravel road, but I'm actually going to see if I can find... We may have to turn back actually and go a different way.
Well, it's your call. Do you want to turn around or?
What I'd like you to do is just go on ahead a few k's, just see what sort of state this is in.
Roger that.
We made the mistake of using a sat-nav, and unfortunately it's taken us down a gravel road, which is a real problem for these motorbikes. So what we've had to do is to try to find a way to turn around. The main reason we prefer not to use sat-nav is because on a map we can easily determine whether a road is a gravel road, a track or a proper road, and so we always prefer to use
So
a
we
proper
want to go
map.
here, do we?
Unfortunately, in this particular case, we're actually trapped. We have to try to find a place to turn around where the motorcycles won't fall over, and that's already caused us a bit of a problem. On gravel. I suppose we've gone this far.
Recalculating. Continue 700 meters, then make a U-turn.
Sorry folks, you're not going to believe it, but typical sat-nav bullshit, it's now changed its mind. Right, we're going to head back to the bitumen.
Got somewhere to turn round up there?
I'm looking, but I'm just gonna. I can't see anything. I'm just gonna have to make do. Yeah. Oh, there's a gate. I might use the gate.
You want me to come up?
Oh crap, that's just as bad.
In 400 meters, make a U-turn.
Yep, in 400 meters. Waiting that long. In 400 meters. Oh boy. Yeah, that was going to end badly.
You want me to come up?
Hang on. The real problem was my front wheel wasn't getting any braking. She's saying to me that I could do a U-turn in 400 meters. That means if I go to the top of the hill I might find something. It might be worth a go. But you, yeah, no point in you getting up here and getting trapped as well.
Yeah, but this isn't as long.
That's true, but oh shit. Not again. Come on. Go, go, go. Up, up.
No, it's just that if I come up, I think drag
No, stay down
around.
there. Stay down there. If you do come up, come in the car. Crap, I don't know what she's got in mind for a U-turn, but mind you, 400 meters seems like a long way when you're on slippery stuff like this.
Make a U-turn.
Ah, there's a better gate here. Little wonder. Well, it took us quite a while, but we managed to eventually get off the dirt road back onto the bitumen, and we managed to find our way to Wellington Mill, which is better known as Gnomesville, or Gnomesville. We're at Gnomesville, which is near Wellington Mill, which is near Boyup Donnybrook, in that area. So the thing is that we've come here because there is talk that the council may want to clear all this away, and that they're proposing to actually remove all of the gnomes. It'd be a real shame because these gnomes have been collected over many, many years. But the real problem is apparently they're encroaching onto farmers' properties. So you can see in the background just how many gnomes there are, and this goes on for a significant distance as far as the eyes can see. So there's a lot of gnomes.
Anything beyond that orange line there, like all of those over there, they're all on farmers' properties. But his fence runs just there.
So I guess that's what he's upset about, and I can understand him wanting to move them.
If he brings his front end loader in and picks them all up and dumps them over the fence, so be it.
Yep, that's his choice.
They stretch from here all the way down past where, well, almost to the other road. This is the original section, but there's no two ways about it. The original gnome section is quite nice, but where they've crossed into the paddocks, it's just wrong on so many levels. I hope that they remove them with prejudice.
We plan to go into Harvey to do a bit of fundraising in the main street, and it's been arranged that we'll be staying with the treasurer of the Harvey Lions Club, Patrick, who was very kind to look after us last time and been very happy to have us again. So we look forward to that. But first we're just going to stop for some lunch, and we're in Brunswick Junction, so just before Harvey. Yes, I have.
Food already, could it not? Hungry?
You're starving, right?
That's your attitude. Be gone, young.
Really thankful for the food. I'm really tired.
You poor thing.
I know, it's such a shame.
She's looking for sympathy.
And around here get no sympathy at all. Well, it seems like it wasn't that long ago we were sitting at this very same table.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Hi, Mum.
She has no idea how many thousand people are going to watch this film. So this is the church we're staying in tonight. It's built in the 1850s, and if you observe, the wall on the left is actually bowing. Now, apparently this is a result of a storm when it blew the roof clean off the wall. The roof was off, the wall bowed out. But they didn't bother to fix it, they just made it secure. And the result is it's now got a permanent bow in it. It is safe, it's been secured, but it's hardly what you call square. Anyway, here we are, we're sleeping on the floor tonight, and we don't mind that at all. It's actually quite pleasant. It certainly beats having to put up tents. This is actually very light.
Yes. I think I've got one mock shop when I'm going around with it.
Seven % of the Australian population approximately is diabetic. Only half know that. In addition, another 18% are pre-diabetic.
The hummingbird is significant because the hummingbird represents eternal hope, basically, or it's the international symbol for hope. Our project called Hope in the Boat, using that. I'm talking very quick to make sure we finish on time. Now, normally we also give one to our host. We don't have a host this time because we're staying in the old church, but since Danny helped us out with that, I guess we'll give it to him.
I'll give it to the principal.
That'd be a good idea. All right. We've just been to the Dardanup Lions to attend a Lions meeting at Dardanup. We've not been to Dardanup before, but actually we found it to be quite good in that they're nice people, but then again most Lions are. We were able to do our normal talks, but also, for the first time ever, someone actually requested to talk about diabetes, so Eric got his chance to give a talk, and it was well received. So, all things considered, not a bad evening, although the business part of it went on a bit. Anyway.
You want to pull in here on the right, Glenn?
Okay. That's if you can find an entrance. Yep, I've spotted it. No, you pull up over there.
In the sun or in the
Oh,
shade?
shade, of course. It's just I was going to turn around and go head to head with you. But, doesn't matter. It'll do.
Now that's interesting. The categories we have here are Queensland, New South Wales and Australian Capital Territories, Victoria, Tasmania, General and Caravan Club Directory.
Western Australia doesn't feature.
No, we don't.
You'll find that in most of the books.
Because apparently we seceded some time ago.
Yeah.
Well, in a lot of ways it's pretty we didn't. Because they reckoned at one stage, I've forgotten when it was, they said if Queensland and WA seceded from Australia, it'd only be a couple of weeks before the rest of them went behind the old Holden. Oh, I love it. I think that's a brilliant shot. We don't see any gas bottles on it.
He turned his back on me. He's busy cleaning the barbecue.
Yeah, I suppose he's doing a good thing there, but
You'd still want to clean it down before you used it.
especially the crafting while he's there.
He hasn't done this yet.
You've been kind. Now that small caravan looks like that inside. That's actually not bad.
I'm doing the usual downloading of cameras. Unfortunately, the bikes are fortunately, the bikes are clustered with cameras, and the result is, of course, that we have to empty them on a regular basis.
I may or may not have left it. No, the one I had on the back of the bike I took off earlier.
Oh, our friend's back.
And what do you think of the trip so far, Guy?
Oh, it's good. It's fun. That's makes a man of you.
Well, what do you think of last night's accommodation?
Oh, that's being in. I mean, me going to church. That's just wrong. On so many levels. I was surprised that it didn't burn down because I was in it.
The minute that you walked in.
Oh.
Now I've got you. Real close.
Actually, that is. Oh,
Yes, Mr. Wonderful.
No panic. Now, oh, where's the bread, Marina? It's in the car, isn't it?
In the car, yeah.
Got three-dimensional food on here.
There they are, all three of them stuffing their faces again.
Hell, bells.
Only left his drink behind.
Man can get in serious trouble for doing that,
Yeah, that's for sure.
especially with Glenn around. Man can get thirsty.
Why?
On more than one occasion, I've picked up Guy's drink thinking it was mine.
Ah, not a good idea.
In my defence, he leaves it in obtuse places.
Yeah, and you think it's yours?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it like near where I was working.
Mm-hmm. Where I
Yeah.
just happen to also be working.
Yeah. Were you both working?
Come on, seriously, come on.
Looked like, smelt like, tasted like alcohol. It must have been his.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Guy doesn't drink that much, you know, so it must be mine.
Excuse me while I go.
So we've been in Pinjarra in the main street doing a bit of fundraising, but it was very hot. So we decided we'd just move into a shady spot and cool down for a bit. When we did, we discovered this place has got a whole bunch of steam engines. And man, they're amazing.
As the president of Lions, I feel I should have one of these.
Yes.
In my backyard.
You do look amazingly comfortable up there. Maybe you were born in the wrong time. When you think about it, the train drivers of that time period, they must have been heroes to the local people. After all, the trains were the best way to get anywhere. With heavy loads and what have you. This is 100% steam engine. And it's in remarkably good condition. Not restored, but in remarkably good condition.
Going right where you're standing.
Okay. Hang on, Glenn. Oh, your pannier's open. Stop.
That's okay. Nothing's going to fall out at this speed.
No, oh, no, it won't hit. Whoa, slippery! Okay. That was slippery.
Oh, that's like riding on ice.
Slippery.
It's all set up for boots to...
Yep.
Well, I always say, just because you're camping doesn't mean you have to eat rubbish. We are eating Kranskis with potato, pumpkin, egg and cheese. I think it's going to be quite delicious.
Yes. I think so too.
Take off the heat. for allowing us to come tonight and be participants of our project. So I'll hand it to the President. There's the camera.
Thank you very much. Where's the over there?
Camera's going. Eric's going to take it. Anyone else going to take a photo for the bulletin? No?
Hang on.
Someone's springing into action. Hang on. Yeah, we don't need you in the photo.
I'll make sure.
Perhaps you could get me another spanner.
Another spanner?
Yeah, just the spanner. You know what a shifter looks like, don't you?
This is what the men all do,
Yeah, all day.
all day long.
We arrived at the Dryandra Lions Woodland Village and enjoyed the company of many lions and also the woodland cottages which are strewn throughout this village complex. We actually expected to be in a big dormitory, but at the last minute one of the Lions clubs pulled out, so that meant that one of the cottages was available for us. To be honest, we expected to be in tents this night.
Okay. So we found ourselves in a situation where we are ill prepared. We should have bought some meat today. We forgot to do it. We didn't really realise we were going to be in a situation. So we've got no food. We are now actually cooking, probably the first time, well, in a long time, we're actually cooking our actual rations, our emergency rations. We're actually having to use them tonight to make a meal. Mark is assisting over here. He's
Mark.
cooking sausages and we are apparently very finely chopping onions. So for this recipe you will require capsicums and onions we're going to put some baked beans in with that, and we're going to do emergency 2-minute noodles. Now some people actually eat these, we only treat them as emergency rations. Tonight we actually need them. So there you go. But the meal I'm sure will be delicious.
Stick.
So this is the end result of what we were doing. Noodles with capsicum, onion, sausages, and the verdict.
Very nice.
It's food. One could say not bad, but they'd be lying through their teeth. It's brilliant.
There you go, Eric.
Very nice, thank you.
Next morning we're joined by past District Governor Alan Hawkins and his wife Beverly Hawkins and another member from the club whose name I don't know. But we had a nice chat in the morning, and then we were off. Oh, first I had to give a talk to the board of directors at the Dryandra Club. The board of directors consists of members from a good number of Lions clubs who all run Dryandra together as a joint project. Then we were off to Yanchep National Park.
Done? Are you good in Dryandra?
Yeah.
Where is Dryandra? It's near Narrogin. No, they're actually woodland cottages. They're not Narrogin, so they're all pre-electric. But they've got electricity in them now.
Yeah.
They're all built Narrogin. Sorry.
That'd be ideal.
And the thing is that, as far as I know, I may be wrong, but I don't think but even if they do, it'd be very reasonable.
Look at that.
National Park has been kind enough to let us stay in the park for free. In fact, they waived the entry fees as well as part of their support for our project. So we set up camp here tonight, and well, it's actually a very pleasant place to be. That fire never goes out, so very handy. All we had to do is just keep stoking it up. And we, of course, were inundated by kangaroos and bird life.
It's problem is, once you've done one, you want to do another one. Once you finish that, you're like, not getting on the bike for another year. You get home and 2 weeks later you're out on the bike.
Yeah, well, bikes are addictive. And let's face it, the adventure is more significant on a bike, I think.
Yeah.
Marina in her natural environment.
We were concerned about using firewood, because obviously you don't want to be wasteful. But that pile behind me is not twigs. I think that the firewood might last a few weeks.
I don't know, they look pretty small to me.
Yes, by your standards they would be. But yeah, this is a national park, but obviously they've taken it upon themselves to clear some trees and make a nice big wood pile, and the caretaker cuts them up into logs for us.
Have we picked which one's called lunch?
The kangaroos?
It's still hot. You might have put that in there. That's still boiling hot.
Oh, I didn't put it in there. Where's he off to? Hey, you're supposed to be in front, not behind.
Oh, no, that's designed that way.
Well, we didn't get very far. We're not all that far from Gingin right now, but unfortunately, with the trailer broken, we're a bit reluctant to just plough on. So we're just having a go at trying to sort out the problem. Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do, so we'll have to just leave it for now.
Yeah,
Head
they're
into
just
2J and
fixing
see if
it.
we can
Thank
do
you.
repairs there.
Okay, so what we need is...
Oh, that was nice. She stopped to find out if everything's okay.
I shall get the cable ties.
Oops, sorry. No.
Do we actually need it attached?
No, not for now. We can just drive into Gingin now, and chances are we can find someone who can straighten it for us, and then we can probably get it welded back up again.
Well, it's Sunday today.
Keep all the bolts. Yeah, no, it won't happen today. But we're also not travelling very far, so we should be okay for a while. And I mean, if all else fails, like I say, we'll just bolt that back on there, you can lash it onto there, and that'll keep us.
Right there on the left is the market we've come here to attend, but we just can't figure out how to get there. It turns out we actually have to mount the curb in order to get into the market.
Outside 2J Markets. Hoping to get lots of donations. While Guy fixes the boat trailer again.
What were the boys doing under the boat?
You back up again.
Yeah.
Then you get to see some old sign.
Yeah, because we'll be asking for help.
Two grumpy old men under the boat, repairing.
Charming. Hang on, I just saw a spanner at Marina.
What?
You'll hit the camera.
Oh, man. Either way,
Well, at least you're on the grass.
Right, now what I'm going to do is put the pliers.
Okay, so what we've got is a U-bolt clamp there holding it where it was welded. There's no way we can repair it the way it was, so the U-bolt clamp is holding it in place. This end's looking just fine, but there's a nasty bend in the middle still. There's nothing we can do about that for a minute, but we reckon that'll hold. But we'll probably be surprised if it'll snap off as soon as we get up the road.
Who's going first? I'm looking at.
Me!
Oh, no.
I've already done it.
Yeah, you've got to be careful what you say around here.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'm going to give you this, what we tell you about diabetes, but in there you'll notice certain faces that you might recognise.
Ah, okay. That's you guys, is it? Ah, perfect.
So,
Okay, well, I found them blowing fuse.
Lane's checking fuses. See if that was a problem.
So,
What does it say it's on?
When we pulled into the 2J caravan park to stay overnight, it turned out we had another problem. The white bike is not charging its battery. We fear that it could be the alternator, but we put it on charge overnight, and in the morning it appears to be okay.
Okay. Fun and games.
Yes, yes. Mechanical things, they happen everywhere, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Moment I'm thinking more of it. Hi, Mum.
Hi, son.
Hello.
We used to always do this as a way of keeping record of who we meet.
Yeah, no.
Because we've met 7,000 lions. How can you remember everyone's name? To a mistress, so grateful.
No.
Whoa, no.
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 Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, could have done with 5 seconds more.
Well, where's my stop clock?
I'm sorry, I'm wearing it. Okay.
I haven't been watching that.
How can we? We're on the road.
No, I mean, well, I wasn't on the road. I haven't been watching it and I missed it. But I don't like the bloke with the book.
Oh,
You know,
but
forget
she-
about the words, just do the numbers. Like it should be numbers and numbers.
yes. Yes, because I could watch her all day long.
While Jeff was helping us charge up our battery yesterday, he just happened to kick our tow bar, revealing the fact that the tow bar is also loose. So now, on top of everything else, we've got to try to secure the tow bar. It turns out that the battery's not charging, so we are going to have to try to hightail it to Northam to see if we can get it repaired.
I have a good feeling.
You do?
If he's got brushes or something, then we can just stick brushes in it. Because what you're saying, there's not an electrician around here somewhere.
Just up the road.
So if he hasn't got the brushes, maybe he has.
How are you now both feeling?
A little bit worried, of course, but it seems like we're in capable hands, so I think we should be okay. But right now we're a bit concerned because if this idea doesn't work, we're going to have to rearrange the car, and 3 people are going to have to be in the car. So that's going to be a real problem for us. So we're hoping that this is going to work. What he's proposing is he's going to take the bushes out and squeeze them to force them to work better. And if that works, then we'll still have enough power to keep going. He's saying it could last another 3,000 k's. Well, that'll get us to Geraldton and back home again, and then we can have a look at it properly.
Yeah.
So. Well, it's funny, only yesterday I was saying to people that we don't have any problems at all with the bikes. The bikes have been extraordinary. It's usually the trailer that breaks down. Here we are today. We've now got the alternator out of that, and we are trying to repair that. So, never happened before, but now it has. Some of you, we met in 2J, some in Milling, we met one chap here in Northern. When we were here last time, we only met one lion who came to our rescue then, and it seems he's come to our rescue again, although this time unsuccessfully. But anyway, anyone taking photos for the journal, the bulletin, by the way? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, here we go.
Oh, make it nice. Should be out in front of the banner or something. Yeah, that's cool. Good photo, guys.
Well, as it turns out, the repair was not successful, and as a result, we're now waiting for a new alternator. In the meantime, we do have to pull everything out of the vehicle and rearrange everything from the boat, the trailer and the car, and make sure we can fit everybody back in again.
So, what we've got to do is we've got to take everything out of the vehicle and repack it. Because we've got to make room for Guy now in the vehicle, what we're going to do is we're going to put all the heavy stuff back in the car. We're no longer concerned about the weight in the trailer because the car's not bothered by that. We'll put the mattress and all the light stuff in the boat though. This actually might work out better for me because I won't be dragging so much heavy stuff around. The boat will be lighter. So it's just a matter of just putting everything back in and see how it goes. So I actually was even thinking that even just using the back half, we probably will already have more than enough room to fit everything in there. I mean, Eric's got it in mind to use the other half seat. That's what I did originally say, but I'm not sure that's strictly necessary.
Well, the cameras will be on the front seat.
it'd be nice to have it continue forever, but unfortunately, of course, we've discovered only recently that even the bikes eventually wear out because we've broken a bike and we've had to leave it in Northern. That's because just when we were getting ready to leave, a truck backed into the bike and destroyed it. So we had to get an emergency replacement bike and we went off and we did the trip. When we came back, the insurance company finally managed to get it all sorted out. So we thought we'd bring the bike with us on this trip. And that's the bike that's currently now left in Northern. Now when you work out the kilometres that we've travelled from Albany to Northern, although we did a lot of zigzagging, but if you work it out, we would have been just on the South Australian side of the Nullarbor, and there's nobody in the Nullarbor who could have helped us. We would literally have been stranded. The only solution would be to put the bike on a truck and bring it back to Albany, and that would be the end of opening a boat. So thankfully the truck crashed into my bike, because otherwise we couldn't have done it.
Company.
You've got to admit that one in Earl Street.
What's the question? Got a problem? I have one. I'll put it in.
That place in Earl Street, the secret handshake.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it until last week. Before you get there.
And so, exactly that. The very first night, though, the motel was damaged. And so the next day, like, he's out there. The hummingbird is the international symbol of hope, and our project is called Hope in a Boat. So, yes, the Diabetes Research actually made these. Yeah. Because they're using the hummingbird as their logo. Yeah.
What's a fruit?
Don't know, but apparently it's in the full of it.
You should have had a flatter surface.
This tin of fruit has travelled with us all over Australia. It was given to us by one of the Lions clubs and has literally been everywhere. And we keep meaning to eat it, but finally we decided today is the day, largely because we've got nothing else. So we've decided that today is the day we're going to eat the fruit and with custard.
Helping the community, isn't it?
It is, yes.
The Dongra Caravan Park puts on free pancakes on Sundays. So what a marvellous thing, they actually encouraged us to stay to try out their pancakes. You can see they're flowing better now.
Yeah.
Come sit over here because then I can. Oh, you've got the other camera, have you?
So this recipe might seem a bit unusual. It's mainly because we just made it up as we're going along. We just happen to have some red frankfurters and we've got some onions and some baked beans. So that's the basis of what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to flavour it with a little bit of Indian curry, and we're going to put a bit of peanut paste in, and that will be something like a satay. It won't be a genuine satay, of course, but the spices in the curry are very similar to the spices used in a satay, so you can get away with that. We're using the baked beans because they will, not only they're delicious and nutritious, but they'll actually help form a sauce. But we know from when we tried this yesterday that it's very mild, so you can put plenty in of flavour.
That's okay, you can empty the old jar if you like.
Yep. Well, the smell coming off that now, that's a lot better than we smelled yesterday, so that's a good sign. Okay. Alright, we'll put in a bit of curry for, well,
A bit, you said.
I did. That's alright. Won't be so bad. Curried sausages, that sounds alright to me.
Yum.
It's a hot madras. Yeah, that's alright. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty of sauce. It's a trick that I commonly use in cooking because the sauce in the baked beans has already got thickener in it. I want to get all of that out of there if we can. And again, I do think another one of those will be good. if you're in the bush and you've opened a tin like this, always make sure that you don't leave your tins lying around, because animals stick their heads in them and they get stuck. Either step on them and squash them or put them in the fire and burn them. That'll mean that the animals are not attracted to the tin.
We always take our rubbish with us, but animals do come into your campsite overnight, so at the very least hang your rubbish in a bag so out of reach of the animals.
We pride ourselves in the fact that even a forensic team couldn't prove we were there.
Any chance of afters?
Here you go, Marina.
Is there seconds?
Hang on a second, Marina's got to have hers yet.
Oh, hang on. I'm filming the wrong place. I'm sorry. Where are you going to go next?
Eric. We don't want him to get too fat. And then there's mine.
Yeah. So all this is yours. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you like.
I think next time I might just take a back seat on the cooking, and there's no point cooking it if I'm not going to eat it.
This is our last camp and we won't be needing our tent anymore. But we saw a couple who were struggling. They've got a tiny little pup tent and they're going to be sleeping in that for the next 14 days before they begin an 8-week trip around Australia. So we decided we'd give them our tent. We simply don't need it anymore. And it was donated to us in the first place, so now it's our turn to donate it to somebody else.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is unbelievable.
Good morning.
If you can actually put it in there,
Yeah.
we give up a long time ago, but anyway.
It will fit, but you really got to you got to fold it just right and roll it just right.
Okay, we take it. Then we take it for the trip. Yeah, klar. I need the photo from the.
Oh,
This is an old German person.
Is this where I photo bomb it?
With a very small tent, but not at the moment.
No.
So it changed totally.
Yes. Well, like I say, you'll be able to get dressed standing up now instead of having to lie
This is
down.
my best dress I have. Normally I take it on Sundays.
Okay. So we know that the project is fruitful. Whether or not we can do another one, I do not know, but I do know that it has been worth it. We have raised a lot of money, we have raised the profile of lines, we've certainly raised the awareness of diabetes, and I would have to suggest to any club who would be thinking about maybe doing an unusual project, maybe seriously consider doing it, because this has really worked. And I think as a fundraising idea, it could be looked at in different ways, but anyway, that's our story, and I do hope that maybe you guys will think about unusual ideas yourselves.
The village the following weekend, and Glenn said, "What's that? What's Straight?" No, he's a fairly new lion, so I'll excuse him for that. But anyway, so they decided they'd come to Dryden, and they did on a Friday night, and come to the board meeting on Saturday morning and spoke to all the board members, and I think it's just an absolute brilliant project, and I take the hats off to you. And there's a check here from the South Perth Lions Club.
We have for you a certificate acknowledging your involvement in our project, not just for the check, but also because of your hospitality and right. So again, left hand, right hand. We've got this far, and it's over. Now tomorrow there's no schedule. We can sleep in if we want to sleep in, or we can get up early and go if we want to. But because we've been getting up at the crack of dawn every day for the last 16 days.
We'll be up at the crack of dawn tonight, tomorrow.
Yep. But we could close the blinds up nice and tight and just see if we sleep in. And anyway, the thing is that it doesn't matter. The main thing is I'm looking forward to being back in my own bed tomorrow, and I guess for a little while we'll be sort of thinking, well, what do we do now? But
it's easy. Get ready for the rodeo.
Oh, that's a good point. We better get back and we've got to pack for the rodeo.
I've only got to get my caravan sorted out.
What did you thought of that? Oh shit.
Everybody point.
Yeah, alright. But look, I hope it'll be worth it. I think it'll be a unique experience, and yet another unique experience for Hope in a Boat. But we won't be Hope in a Boat. We were going to take the motorbike, but I think wisdom would say, let's not worry about it because it's just another problem for us if we do it.
And it was also taking away from them. As president of the Albany Lions, I feel that it is my duty to help my fellow Lions. So this is the way you make their bed.
Notice that real sense of style. Yes.
Good luck.
Tail twister.
What was that comment again?
And not much in the drawers at all. Oh, as a matter of fact, there's nothing in that drawer at all.
It's missing its face.
So that drawer's only there for appearance.
Hi, Cheryl.
Is that nice? Are you enjoying that?
What flavour?
It's my last meal.
Yeah, it will because Shell will kill you.
Are you liking that, Mr. Cook?
Okay.
But it sits on time delay. That's the way it looks.
No one's going to believe that this is Eric. Oh my god. Oh my god. With that injury, Eric's going to bleed to death.
And apparently there's a stabbing coming up.
Ah.
Yeah, and I can't stab it back because the knife I got is crap. But I'll just check it though.
Lions!